Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here, and I'm back with another Transformers review, keeping with the Megatron theme. So I'm going to do a different Megatron. This is kind of a cool figure. I really do like this figure. It's very different. It's the Robots in Disguise Megatron, which is right here. Woohoo! Also known as Gigatron in Japan. They called him Gigatron. He's very, very different from the other Megatron figures. He is the only original bad guy figure from the Robots in Disguise line, I believe, because the Predacons were all repainted Beast Wars figures, and old Megs here was the first and only, I believe, original figure, original mold, and he is spectacular looking. This guy, here he is in robot mode, looks phenomenal. I love the chrome here. I mean, he's just got chrome bits everywhere. His face sculpt looks amazing. That blue and silver looks really cool. He's got gold bits everywhere, translucent plastic. His wings are very cool. They are also translucent plastic. You can see through those. Very cool, very neat stuff. He's just got all these nice little details. I mean, look at the legs, the gold that wraps around. It's very Japanese to me, very demonic looking to me. He's a very awesome figure, a very cool bad guy. And this one's kind of weird in the fact that there's a Decepticon logo painted on there, but underneath that is actually a Predacon spark crystal. And there is a Predacon symbol. It's hard to see here like this, but there is one on there. And there were versions of this that did not have that Decepticon logo on there. So I always thought that was kind of interesting. And he's very Galvatron in color. He's lots of blacks, lots of purples, and silvers. When I think of the Emperor of Destruction, I think of this guy. I mean, he just looks really, really darn cool. And he's a good-sized figure. He's well constructed. And the other thing about this guy, when he came out as Megatron, they gave him 6 different alternate modes. However, when they repainted this guy white as Galvatron, they gave him 10 modes. They didn't do anything to the figure except repaint it, and then the instructions gave some additional alternate modes that this figure can transform into. And I have not put them in on all 10, and in looking at my figure, unfortunately I noticed I am missing a piece. So somehow, somewhere in a move, this piece has fallen off, which is the tip of the jet nose, and it's also the head of like this dragon form in a griffin mode. So unfortunately, I can't put it into those conversions because I'm missing that piece. I'm going to have to find a piece somewhere and get a replacement for it. So if you have spare parts to a Robots in Disguise Megatron and you have that part, shoot me a message. Let's work a deal out. I need that part. But yeah, this guy looks really nice, really cool. I'll put him in a couple of different modes. Some of the modes that I like, and I'll display images of every mode that this can go into. So up to 10, so he's a decaformer, right? Or a deca changer. Instead of a triple changer, he'd be a deca changer, right? And the Galvatron instructions show you how to go through all of them. And it's funny because I watched a review online about this guy, and you know, they were talking about how he's a very different kind of transformer in the fact that it's a car that turns into a robot, whereas this guy really is more of a robot that turns into these other modes. And that's why he's got so many different modes, and they work relatively well. Some of them are a bit iffy, like the one mode he turns into a hand. And just, I remember him doing that on the show a few times, and I always thought it was a little wacky. But yeah, he's kind of an interesting character. I like the mold. I wish they would reissue the mold somehow in one of the lines. I think that this would be a good one to reproduce. He's going on, what, 10 years or so old now. But yeah, all in all, it's just a good figure. I always display him in the robot mode because I do like the robot mode there. He's relatively simple to transform in certain modes. It's always easier to go from a robot mode into his alternate mode than the other ones. One of his modes is the bat mode, which I will do really fast here. Just kind of, there's this like little alligator snout thing that you want to pull out, and just kind of flip that back. Of course, his wings are going to go straight out. His feet you want to fold together, and then his legs are going to fold back this way. Just like that. Bink. So you get those up there, just kind of fold them in, get them nice and tucked away, and then his arms, you're going to come down, you're going to pull these little arms down, twist them, straighten them out so he gets these little feet, and then you're going to pull out his little hand claw things. And this is his bat mode. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. This is very demonic looking to me. It's very very evil looking. I don't know if it's so much as a bat or something that you'd find in Dante's Inferno. Probably, and I'll show you my favorite version of this guy, is his two-headed dragon mode, or his beast mode, whatever you want to call it. Push his little head down, and the legs are going to come up. Of course, his dragon heads are the feet, and then this becomes the tail, and the end piece is the tip of the tail. But like I said, unfortunately, I no longer have that. I don't know where it's at. The wings, you want to kind of flip around, and it's going to snap into place here, like so. And let's see, get his legs down, spin his feet around this way. Make sure he's got his little arms out. Spin your dragon necks around like so, and then you can bend them down. Gotta love the clickage. That is a hallmark of a good Transformer. All right, so there we go. Here's his two-headed dragon mode. Roar! His little tiny arms. And that one's pretty cool. This is the beast mode I think I like the best. The other beast mode that I really like is the, and I'll kind of get it into that spot, the four-legged dragon. In that mode, you're going to put the feet back down. I don't know if this is exactly right. It's been a while since I've done this with this guy, and you're going to fold his wings up. These are going to come down, spin around, and then, and this is the part where I don't have the head. Obviously, you would have the headpiece here, and then you can lift it up like this, and then have the head kind of pop out this way. But unfortunately, I don't have that anymore. But yeah, he can make a few different animal modes, which is very, very cool. He's also got a jet mode that essentially looks something like this. Oh no, I lost a head. He's got lots of ball and socket joints, and these pieces do come off a lot. Thus is the nature of ball and socket figures, I guess, right? Let's see. I can remember how this works. It's something to this effect. This is probably not exactly right, but it'll work. Dink. There we go. So there we have a jet mode. Yeah, I mean, he's got lots of different. He also turns into a car. He turns into a hand. He turns into a griffin. He turns into a bunch of different objects, and they all look pretty cool. They're pretty nice. They're pretty neat. But my biggest, or my favorite, I guess, is still the robot mode. And we'll just flip him around very quickly. Oop. All on sockets, man. The little arms. All right. Okay. Head back up, out, like that, and there we go. So this is the mode that I prefer this guy in. This is the one I really like. I really dig. And I mean, he's got tons of them. I'll go through. I'll show the pictures of them and watch each one of them are. This figure or the Galvatron figure will go into all those different modes. The only difference is Galvatron's white and this guy is black. And it was funny because when that came out, a lot of people are like, "Why Galvatron white? Why why is he white? Why is he white?" And the big thing is, in Japan, white is the color of death. Unlike in Western society, black is the color of death. So this tends to look more evil to us in black than in white. But I do like the white mold. I think it's pretty decent. I did not pick it up when it came out because I had already gotten this one, and I just couldn't justify buying both figures with a different repaint. So either way, they're both awesome figures. I do recommend picking these up if you do see him at a convention or flea market or comic book shop. He's definitely a cool figure. He looks nice. He's very pretty. He has lots and lots of great detail. He's almost got this demon samurai thing going for him, and I think that is really cool. Probably one of the most unique and just demonic looking figure that the Transformers has put out in a long time. So yeah, very cool, very neat. If you see him, pick him up. I like him. I think he's pretty cool. So there he is. Robots in Disguise, Megatron or Gigatron. Giggity giggity.
In a cold, faraway world, a battle is raging between evil and good. From the stars, they came here to earth, caught in their struggle through the whole universe.